Well, what do I need to talk about? I had a good day. You know, like, it's like going on a vacation, right? You go on a vacation and then you come back to work and it's like, ugh, right? But I love everybody I work with. And I had a really nice talk with the owner of my company. And I love her. She's amazing. Amazing person. It's just such a good conversation. And she's family to me. Always has been. You work for somebody for 15 years, man. You know, and there was that little year and a half break where I was gone. They've never given up on me. And it was really nice to talk with her for a while. She's such an amazing person. So, I mean, that was like the highlight of my day, other than, you know, the normal grind of work and all that stuff. But I had a lot of like messages, all my stuff uploaded, and then it just seemed like I was bombarded with all these messages from TikTok, mainly TikTok. But of all that stuff, you know, because it was like a lot of weird stuff that reached out to me. You know, people asking for money and this and that. But of all that stuff, there was one person that I got to connect with, that I was able to help. You know, just be a good friend. And they said they needed to hear what I had to say. You know, and that way when their partner comes home, I can give them a little more love, because I know what it was like to work all day and then come home and, you know, you just don't feel like it's enough, and you just want the people that you take care of to know, like, you want them to feel like you're enough, you know, especially when we're younger. Because, you know, what ends up happening is we fight over things like bills and all that stuff. And God, I spent my whole life fighting about bills. If you take out, you know, I talk about all the time, you know, the time that we have, how many days are left and stuff. Well, man, if you want to throw in the mix of like, how many days did I spend arguing and fighting? You know, there's a nice little stack of them if you just combine them all. With people I knew, with, you know, loved ones, like relationships, all of that. And then if you take just the fighting and then you add the days of stressing over it, lots, man. It's a killer of relationships, fighting. Over what? Things. Over things. Over dishes. Over bills. Cars. Clothes. Mess. Spend so much time fighting over that stuff. Now, I'm not saying like those things aren't important to talk about and discuss, but there's a difference between fighting and addressing things. I'd like to believe that in the next relationship I get into, because I will get into another relationship. I'm not done with relationships. I want one. I do. And if that doesn't work, I'll want another one. I'm the type of person that will go from relationship to the next, bring my bad self into the next one. But I believe that the last one I was in, I brought my good self to it. So I know there's hope for me. And it still didn't work. But it wasn't supposed to work. It was really just supposed to let me know that I can be that person. And, you know, the timing wasn't there. Timing is important. It's, you know, like, but at the same time, like, everything happens exactly the way it was supposed to, right? So the timing was there. And the person was there. And everything was right until it wasn't. So I could sit back and say, well, it wasn't the right time, or maybe they weren't in the right this, or I wasn't in the right that. But no, that's not the case. I got to learn a lot from it. And so the timing was perfect for what it was. I mean, it also helped inspire me to not only work out more, but, okay, I like to talk about higher power stuff. Let's do this. Let's break it down. I don't meet that person, then I don't know if, like, a relationship's a good thing. I definitely don't think I'm good enough anymore. I think I'm washed up. That person totally made me feel like I wasn't. They call me things like beautiful and stuff. I never heard anybody tell me that, So it gave me that feeling of like I'm worth it. So I don't feel like I don't feel like disgusting anymore. They helped kill that for me. More importantly, because it ended the way it did, or just it ended. I don't have to keep saying the way it did. Because it ended, I was going through all kinds of stuff. So then I was doubling up on my gym time, which means I got stronger, which means that then I got inspired to go do stuff. None of that happens. Who knows? I probably don't even go on these journeys. So maybe the whole thing inspired me. Maybe they didn't, but the whole thing did. It inspired me to just do more than just the gym and the normal routine. But I needed all of that to get to this point so I could actually do that and be good enough, strong enough out there. Which is going to lead me to the next thing of whatever I'm going to do. One of the most amazing things, one of the best questions I was asked today was, hey buddy, what's your next adventure? I love that. Because there's another one coming up soon. Real soon. And then the question will be like, do I want anything to get in the way of those adventures? Right? So, yeah, man, it's just, it's pretty awesome. I'm starting to get wrinkles from smiling. My face isn't used to it. I'm telling you right now, I'd walk around and I remember people would say, bro, smile. And I'd give them this fake ass smile for about 2.5 seconds until I walked off and then back to it. And in my mind, it was a Jim Rohn speech that I heard. The motivational speaker like that was before Tony Robbins and all of them. He said, life is serious. It's either life or it's death. It's serious. Your bills are serious. Your health is serious. We need to take it serious. You know how like we can take things and we can totally manipulate it into something else? Like take the Bible, for instance. How many wars have been fought over that, right? And you can take a verse out of the Bible and then all of a sudden start wage wars with it, but then you don't see the rest of it all. And so like I was doing that same thing with that speech. Yes, those are serious. My income needs to be serious. Takes care of all the bills. But that doesn't mean that every second of every hour of every waking minute do I have to just be serious. That's where that term lighten up a bit came from. And then now this new one, take it easy and give yourself a break. So I'm smiling more. I'm happy. Today, like, the only thing that I didn't like about today is that I didn't have day 2 for an adventure. So that tells me that I'm due for a vacation where it's like, I've already come up with the idea of like the next big one. Like I'm going to do something, but the next big one is going to be where I hike and I got a backpack on and I take it up with a tent and then I pitch the tent. So I got to hike to so far to where I have to pitch a tent and go to sleep. And then I'll shut the tent down and hike back. So it's a day up and a day back. And that, my friend or friends, sounds wonderful. Like, I like that idea. And I think I want to do it like Mount Rainier. You know, I think that would be amazing to do a mountain, you know? So I really think I want to do a mountain. I know a lot of people say, oh, you can't do that. You got to train for a fucking year. Buddy, I've been training for 9 fucking months. The gym, twice a day sometimes. I think I'm physically fit to make that mountain hike. I have been grinding in the gym. I think I have what it takes to do that now. I'm ready for that. So I'm going to do it. And I don't know when, but I think it's going to happen within the next 6 weeks. Calling that shit out. And then I'll have time to, like, when I pitch that tent, fucking work some steps out. You know what I mean? Like, right, fucking do some videos. Like, I really like doing my video. Like, I really like recording videos of my hike. That was just the tip of the iceberg. So, yeah, I mean, more will be revealed. I like what this has sparked. I liked some of the people that reached out to me, and they reached out based upon my videos. And, you know, I realized that, like, nobody wants to hear somebody mope all day. People like to be inspired by other people. Like, I don't watch videos of people complaining. So why do I do it so much? You know? Attraction rather than promotion, right? So I'm really happy. I'm not searching as much. I knew it was that void I was trying to fill. That void I'm filling, I realize it. By doing these things, it's filling up a void. If my disease is manifesting itself into, like, exploration and going out and seeing the things that I never thought I'd see, other than looking at it, like, it's not the same when you look at it on your phone. All the phone does is, like, it inspires me to, like, oh, I want to try that now. Oh, I want to try this now. And these things that I want to do, that, like, it's not like I want to buy like the next CLK Mercedes or the next, you know, upgraded version of this car or any of that. Like, those things are going to be a catalyst to what I can do for now. And it's all recovery related. It's all recovery based, you know? Yeah. So I'm going to cut this down a little shorter, but I'm excited for my future. Yeah, I'm going to do something with each one of my kids, do something with my boys, and then I'm going to do something with my girls. You know? And I'm going to make this the best summer I've ever had. Ever. I'm going to treat this summer like it's like there's no more summers left. Fuck talking about 20 more summers. And then next summer, when it rolls along, I'll be so excited when winter rolls along, because I'm going to be like, man, I can't wait for summer. You know? And that'll be leading into like 2 years clean. And then I know I'll be planning Africa, which would be cool. That'd be the coolest kickoff. Like, that would be the coolest kickoff to fucking 2 years clean, wouldn't it? Like, fucking, I'm on a plane heading to fucking, you know, however many fucking hours that bitch is. You know? Wondering, like, at that point, like, ooh, I wonder who's gonna meet me there. You know, like, maybe like people have watched me long enough that they're like, I'm gonna meet them there and we're all gonna do this shit together. Fuck yeah. Wouldn't that be so cool? Like, if just like somebody who's watched me met me and we fucking got in the cage together. By the way, it's $268 US to get in the cage, the boat, and get a tour. That's affordable, man. It's just getting out there. So it would be so cool to have somebody fucking just like, I touch down and they got like a sign that says Rodney, and I'm like, who are you? And they're like, I've been watching you and I want to go in the cage with you too. fuck yeah, let's do it. That'd be so fucking awesome. Don't get loaded in front of me. That shit'll change real quick. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna go hop into this meeting now. Whoever's watching this, I love you. I mean it. If you know me, you know I mean that shit. And if you've been watching this enough, you know I mean that shit. I mean it. Like, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want a thing from you. I just want you to know I love you. People who tell me that shit don't want nothing from me neither. So I mean that shit. It keeps me clean, and it also helps me love others. It's the foundation of my life. It's to love as many people as I can. Not be in love with as many people as I can. Love as many people as I can. And find some of them that I'm gonna be in love with. Like, I want that too. I don't need it, like, I don't need it more than loving other people. But I do want that too, you know? But that'll come when it's gonna come. It'll come when it's gonna come. But for right now, I'm enjoying this. So, yeah. Right there. I love you.